Hood Postman, City, Hood, Click. Let's go.
Hood postman, hood postman. Do you understand? Hood postman, hood postman. Making peace in the land. Keep your head high, let the homies inspire. Turn pain into purpose, rise above the fire. From the streets to the mic, the wisdom is real. Hood postman teaching lessons you can feel. Every chant, every word, every scratch, every beat. West Coast energy, you can't compete. The streets are made for everyone, that's why they created sidewalks. Turn my circle into a square, that way I can see who's in my corner. The lion and the tiger may be more powerful, but you ain't never seen a wolf perform in the circus. Kings don't wrestle with clowns. Cool, cool. Holla, 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 holla. Hood postman, hood postman. Hood postman, make it understand. Hood postman, hood postman. He doing what I Hood postman, hood postman. Do you understand?
Lock the door. Shout out to the Mailroom Nation and the Mailroom Goons. I am Professor Melly Mail, the Hood Postman. Be sure to click that notification bell, like, subscribe, and share. Drop a comment down below so when the dope content hit, it'll feel like it's the first and the 15th. Welcome to the Mailroom. Where you come in and take a look at your mind, examine what's in your heart. Go anywhere in the world to get a couple of lies, but you come right here, get the truth. It's not a glorification or glamorization. It's always an education, guys. Before they had handguns, they had handguards. Get on the bus and let me take you to school. Welcome to the bell room where you come in and take a look at your mind. You bring that bell, I'll bring you mail, as Anne Hefe would say. Shout out to everybody in the chat room. Shout out to Marlene Williams, Postmaster General. Shout out to Keith. Shout out to Henry. Shout out to everybody that's joining us. Let's see the Graveyard Productions. What's going on? What's going on? Donald Davis, shout out to you too as well. I appreciate each and every last one of you amazing, incredible people. Good to be here sharing time and space, guys. And there's some people that are so used to chaos. They're so used to chaos that they can't function in peace. Man, guys, look it. Don't study me because you won't graduate. In gang culture, I want you to understand, gang culture, individuals live in a self-imposed crisis. It's self-imposed. And their minds and their radio stations are stuck on I don't give a fuck. I'm cursing today. Yes. They're stuck on that. You know what I mean? And this is the primary reason why their lives are chaotic, frustrated, and poorly managed. Because they can't get out their own goddamn way. Now, they will come after me for the most minuscule and the minor things when I'm only delivering history. You will not see these same people go to Channel 9, Channel 7, CBS, NBC, KTVE. They will never go to any of those places and complain about nothing that's being said about them in their community, about their tribe, their sections, or any of that. Never do that. Paint me however you wish. Label me, judge me, and trust. And I'll trust that the story that you, and twist the story that you must tell. I'm just saying. Because obviously that you feel some type of way, guys. And, but understand this. I want everybody to understand this. My heart is pure. My loyalty is solid. And my intentions are very real. Because I love Black people. It has nothing to do with a specific gang section or whatever, color rag, any of that. It has nothing to do with that. That's where you at. If you 60 and 50 years old and that's where your complaints at, that's where you filing your whining and all this stuff at, that's where you landed it at, then I stand firm in who I am, regardless of however others choose to see me. Stand firm in that. I am not getting into that because there are no limitations on what anybody can do. Only limitations people have are the ones they place on themselves or allow others to place on them, guys. I don't seek validation from no one. because I know people imperfections will let you down every time. I know this. I don't have to go there. I understand that. You know what I mean? Because exactly what what I bring to this culture and what I deliver and to messaging and hopes and wanting you to do better with yourselves and not get caught up in this stuff, man, it's priceless to me. But RDL, what's going on? People choose to just look at it as something this and make it this minuscule or disregarded or something that they don't want to use. That's fine. Do what you will with it. That's fine with me. I'm gonna give y'all something, right? It's an allegory, and I want to try to paint this narrative to where you guys really understand what it is I'm saying to you. A lie and a truth were out swimming one day. And the lie turns to the truth and said, let's see how far you can swim underwater, and I'll keep time. So while the truth was underwater, swimming, the lie took advantage of the time while the truth couldn't see nothing what was going on or see or hear anything. He was totally oblivious. The lie jumped out of the water, grabbed truth's clothes, and put them on and went running down the street. Somebody saw that. Hey, that looks like truth. In the meantime, the truth got out the pool, got out the water, and realized that the lie had taken his clothes. And he gave chase. And the folks say, but wait a minute, here comes the naked truth. They saw the naked truth, but here comes the naked truth. But what's deeply interesting about this whole thing is that truth eventually caught up to the lie, and truth began to undress the lie and take his clothing back. So the message in that is that this internet you guys watch, there's a lot of lies in it. A lot of lies. And they lie to you. It's just like the church today. Drewski did something on the church and man, they went nuts. But was he lying about how he classified it and how he played that skit? Was he lying? He was only mirroring what has been reflected to him through the way of the church. And that's what the internet is. And so many people buy into the lies. And when they hear the truth becomes offensive. The truth becomes something they don't want to hear or something they don't even want to deal with. They prefer the lies. And I'm not naming no specific individuals or none of that because that's not necessary. You guys are smart enough, intelligent enough, and educated enough to understand exactly what I'm telling you. There are so many people that are propagating lies. Monique, what's going on this internet? And they do it for $1, $2, $3, maybe $4 or $5. And then when you see all the things that's going on with the Adam 22 and some of the other podcasts with all this chaos and disruptions and individuals clashing and crashing and stuff, when you see that play out, you gotta ask yourself, man, how long can you sustain it? How long as a people can we sustain this type of nonsense and move towards it, knowing fully well that it's not meant for us, that it's not going to treat you in a humane way? I'm too old for games. I'm tired of pretending and too wise to be to deal with lies. The reason why I'm blessed at the end is because I don't do people how they do me. I am very blessed. And I'm working on some things behind the scenes and everything. That's why shout out to the King Mike. I'm not too much about too too interested to run to the internet and address certain things. I watched the Corey Holcomb show last night with the Anton Daniels guy. Uh, I don't know if any of you guys saw it. Shout out to the 5150 show. Very, very Corey Holcomb is very informative individual. He's a comedian, but he has a way of shedding light on certain things, and people don't like it, you know. And when he pointed out to the Anton Daniels brother that he would criticize black people, literally, because again, black people misfortune, black people missteps or pitfalls is $1 billion corporation. And then when you find other blacks partaking in it, it's just even more crazy because, yeah, they benefit off that. But that man, Corey Holcomb told that man, you would never catch that man criticizing a white man, but he would not, but he would definitely be on black people. 100%. 100%. If you guys get a chance to go watch that episode, it's 5150 Corey Holcomb. Go look at it. It was just, oh man, and Corey was ready to, I thought Corey was going to fire on old boy. I thought it was like, they was ready to go with it. But then you turn right back around and you go back to the internet. Now that's one subject matter, right? Then you see all this stuff about loose cannon, brother, that somebody put up a letter saying that the attorney said that he didn't say this and that. It just, you don't know what to believe because everybody on the internet, all the, I guess all what you would call all the major guys that do content or reaction, they all ran into that one story and just jumped on it. They harped on that one particular thing, talking about, loose cannon is, I'm not surprised that the man's name is Loose Cannon. You gotta always, when somebody he introduced himself as Loose Cannon, you gotta be thinking in your mind, what does that mean? How do we define that? If somebody introduced themselves to you as crazy, you're gonna say, okay, he called himself crazy. So okay, I believe it. It's the truth. Because he said it himself. Smurf Nacho, what's happening? So we got to always just pay attention to the signs and pay attention to things that's happening around us and not be distracted by certain things, guys. And this internet, the name says, oh, this internet is just such a big distraction. It's such a big distraction. And then you got this guy that called himself a president doing all the things he's doing. And with all this chaos going on in the world, black people still find time to go up on Manchester and Normandy, shoot 5, 1 didn't make it. I believe they was just ordering chicken. Louisiana chicken stand, Manchester, Normandy. They're up there ordering chicken, right? That's what you do at the chicken stand, right? There can't be no possibly going on like something, unless somebody got mad at the people selling chicken or something. Somebody come through and shoot 5 people, 1 person lose their life. That's day to day in Los Angeles. That's day to day in Chicago. That's day to day in Houston, Dallas, Fort Worth, Atlanta. Must I go on? That's day to day, wherever black people rest, reside, and kick it at. Day to day. Whether you in Memphis, Tennessee, wherever black people are, whether you in Mississippi, Alabama, wherever black people are, it's the same old thing. And where do we find the time to come in and just say, hey man, Professor Melly Mail, we want something better. We want to change it. Can we put together a curriculum to help our children, to guide them in the way? Let's retool. Let's remove all the lies and replace it with the truth. Because we're living in a lie where where a lie and the truth can go swimming, and a lie can clothe itself in truth's clothing, right? We're living in this time, and people look at it because it's in disguise, and they think it's truth. It's not till the naked truth shows up and begin to take its clothing back that you recognize all the time that it was just a lie. Now, that may go over a lot of people's head, but that's just where we at. It's that people can't distinguish between a lie and the truth. And usually the truth comes in on the internet, whoever has the loudest mouth, whoever can talk the fastest, and whoever could just string a bunch of words together, a word salad virtually, and somehow in your mind you conclude it as truth. It just, man, I'm telling you guys, I'm just flabbergasted by that. Absolutely flabbergasted, because some people are so used to chaos that they can't function in peace. And that seemed to be the order of the day within our community, within our cultures, wherever we seem to huddle together, come together. If we go bowling together, if there's too many of us in the bowling alley, it becomes problematic at some point. If there's too many different people, a variety of people at the motorcycle set, somebody sees somebody up there that they don't like, and they decide in front of all these people, decide to just do something about it at that moment. And now you involved all these different other people. It gets pretty chaotic out there. And nobody seems to care, because they're going to run to the internet and they're going to discuss it. And then this podcast, well, I don't even know if they podcast. I'm going to call them YouTube channels. YouTube channels jump on there. This YouTube channel, thank you, Rodney. That YouTube channel, this YouTube channel, that YouTube channel. They all pretty much perpetuate the same thing. It's like perpetual folly. The dog that returned to his own vomit and consumed it. That's what it is. Now, I'm only illustrating it because I'm pointing it out to you guys that that's just what it is. It's just the biggest monkey do, monkey see type of scenario that goes. Nobody wants to talk about education. Nobody wants to talk about history. Nobody wants to talk about building up the community, us being a better people. There's some few good podcasts still out there. And then when you see the educated brothers, like the Tyreek Nasheed and Dr. Smalls, and then you see some of the other brothers, this Anton Daniels guy. Now, Corey was right in a sense when the man told him to suck his Johnson. He said, you suck black people Dingling. That's what he told the man. You can't tell no man nothing like that. If he was outside, he'd have been folded up. Being that he was on, a live stream YouTube show or podcast, of course, it had to be handled differently. But that's where we at now. Because people can come on the internet and virtually say anything to you. Because it's on a recorded live feed. More than likely, the feds is looking at it, the police department. Everybody can see it. And if something come up happen to that person, they know exactly who to go see. Won't be no questions. They know exactly who to go see about that. That's where we at. It's a bunch of clout chasing. Clout chasing at its finest. Clout chasing at its finest, guys. What do we do? How do we fix it? What is it? What is the solution? Let's solution build. How can we, better ourselves, better the community? How can we give these kids more than what some of these individuals? Because the kids are looking at this stuff too. They on the internet. You can't stop them from being there because everybody has access to it. King Mike, bunch of cloud chasers. Big Mitch, what's going on, man? Dominique, what's going on? Thank you, Ty. David Jackson, what's going on, man? I mean, that's where I'm at, man. I would much rather see us teaching etiquette or teaching Toastmasters and stuff like that, so they can, properly speak. These kids don't even know how to write in cursive. These are kids cursive. They don't even know what that is. They need etiquette classes, Toastmasters. They need to know what it is to be a man. There's so many things we can be teaching and learning, doing it much better than being on the internet arguing, fighting and fussing. Shout out to RDL, you know. There's so much more we could be doing. But yet we seem to be stagnated and settled with just being right there. What's sad is what this generation seems to like want to do murder and go to jail. Yeah, it's almost like they want to go to jail, bro. It's just almost you right. It's just almost like seeing like they very comfortable with going to do 80, 90, 100 years. Etiquette, Toastmasters, proper communication, cultural enrichment. I agree. And then in return they learn cultural responsibility and cultural competence. They know that, because we've been the social conditioning that has been we've been submerged in is terrible. Terrible. They got a law, and I think I talked about this the other day. 1669, the casual killing law of Virginia, where they can casually kill a black person. Now they casually killing white people, white woman, white liberal woman, whatever she was. I don't necessarily believe in all this. I'm like Corey on that, man. What is vote gonna do? They're gonna put in power who they want to put it because voting is about power. You know, what is it gonna do? Everything seems to be running behind. Let's see, Ronald, what's going on, man? How you been, man? The private sector runs the boating. Yeah, the private sector. How about that? How about that? Yeah, YouTube needs to get strict with the content. Yeah, I agree, man, because there's some of this things that people call content is really not content. If you look up the definition of content, there's a few definitions out there, but I don't think it has to do anything with degradation. You know, I don't think it has to do with anything with damaging the community and making the culture look bad. I don't think that's content. What's your thoughts on it? You know, gang coaches are individuals that live in the self-imposed crisis. If you want to be honest about it, it's self-imposed now because there's plenty of precedents out there to know what the end result of living as a gang member: prison, death, wheelchair. Prison. There's plenty of precedents out there to know what the end result of that is. If you haven't already done so, press the thumbs up so we can share this video, and and hopefully that somebody might pick it up and share it as well. Because again, they can paint me however you wish, label me, judge me, even twist the story if you must, right? That's what you choose to do. But understand this: my heart is pure, my loyalty is solid, and my intentions are real because I love Black people. At one time, my mind was somewhere else and I didn't know no better. Then I grew up, I matured, and you don't ever hear me saying certain things. Now, granted, when I go to a homegoing, I might go looking like that individual might remember that era or whatever. I might do that just to show my presence was there and respect for that individual because that's who that individual was. And that's just what it's not like I'm going to leave there and go do anything out of nature or out of, you know, because now I feel like I got on some whatever I got on and I'm looking like something. Social media platforms are giving people exactly what they ask for. They destroy themselves with what they're frustrated. Yeah, 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 David, you're right. They are very frustrated, bro. And it's sad. It's really, really a sad thing when you break it down to the brass tacks of everything and look at it for what it truly is. And you understand that the manipulation and all the things that has been done in society to keep us off center, off filtered, off balance, and all that other different stuff that is still and part of that it even comes from the church because the way it's ran. Not that saying that church in itself is bad, but the way the people that run the church now. Because the same people that enslaved you is the same people that gave you church. And I heard people say that you can make anything positive and negative depending on how you use it. I get that. But why would I want to use that? Period, when I know where it comes from. Trying to get this tablet off, y'all. Give me a minute. So you got the casual killing law of 1669, which most of you are probably unaware of. Go look it up. Don't take my word for it. And to me, that law has never not existed. The police can casually kill you, and there's nothing you can do about it or anybody else. You just have to find a way to not get caught up in that situation, that circumstance, because they will do it. Give them the opportunity. It's like a duck shoot. It's like them practicing, having fun, and just taking somebody out. Eliminating that life, that precious life, that human, a whole human, just treating it like it's nothing. They've done that for quite some time. I don't think they ever got past you being 3/4 human, 3/5 or 3/4, 3/5. I don't think they ever, there's some people, there's some good white people, don't get me wrong. There are some good white people, but there's a whole lot of bad ones there. And there's some bad black people. It's a whole lot of good ones. It's good and bad and everything. But why should the worst of our community be propped up against us? And everybody get to see that, but they don't see the judges, the doctors, the lawyers, the engineers, the inventors, and all these entrepreneurs. John Hope Bryant out of Compton, doing amazing with finances. Got a very, very good curriculum. I'm in a finance, we call it the principal group. And I'm doing quite well in it. A lot of people don't know that, but I'm just sharing it with you right now. But yeah, I don't have to go do nothing silly. Nothing. Just listening to individuals that know how to walk this life, that know how to do investments, that know how to manage money, because having $1 million and maintaining $1 million are two very different things. You can have $1 million right now, but if you don't know how to manage it, by the end of the year, it will be gone. Because you didn't know how to manage. Nobody taught you how to manage money or handle finances or do investments or any of that, and you never sought to learn it. But yet, you take time. Time is one of the most precious things we have. 24 hours, 8 hours of it is spent on sleeping, we hope. 8 hours is probably spent on working or doing whatever it is as an entrepreneur, potentially earning money, whatever. And then that leaves another 8 hours to probably conduct some business. And then if you want to go have a dinner, take some leisure time. So what I'm saying that it's not a whole lot of time to be going on the internet searching for chaotic things or things that don't fit into make your life better. Unless you go looking for it. So just think about that. It's 24 hours in a day. If you spend 8 of it for working, you spend another 8 of it for sleeping. That's 16 right there, gone. Gone. Another 4 hours, maybe going to the dry cleaners, going to do laundry or pay some bills. Then you got another 4 hours if you want to go out on date or whatever, the day is gone. And you mean to tell me you got enough time to sit up on the internet all day? All day? Spinning narratives and lies and twists and all that. But again, some people make a lot of money on the internet now. I ain't gonna hold you on that one. And their job is spinning narratives and lies. That's what their job is. Tracking down the chaos. Keep it going, that perpetual folly. Let me spin in there. Let me spin the block and all that different stuff, I got a homeboy, right? You guys saw him, 1984. Reg. What's your name? Reg. What's your name? Reg. Where you from, Big Reg? I got a picture of him and interesting stories for Reg. Hopefully we can get him in and I'll talk about it. I know you guys gonna like the story because he's a quite unique individual and always been my friend. We've been friends since elementary. We've been friends so good, man. I went downtown LA, got me the fake ID back in the day, showed him the game, man. We was popping in the Comatis, Oscos, the Carolina West, and all these different clubs back when I had to be, let's see, if I was 19, he was 17. And we was up in there. But anyway, I got some interesting stories to tell about that, guys. But we're going to get to them, man. But I hope you guys have a beautiful day. It's been interesting, to say the least, with everything that's going on in the world and people paying so much attention to all the wrong things and don't realize that it's getting crazy, man. It's getting super crazy, and all I can tell you is from the east side to the west side or Compton or wherever it may seem to be. Say no more, but lock the goddamn door because we are gone.
Cali Finest, baby. Proof of grind all the time. Music money. Got a dollar sign. Hub City. I'm a street nigga, streets fuck with me. I'ma keep pushing products till the fans get me. It's guap off top, diamond Cartier. That nigga wall won't give a broke bitch the time of day. They see me climbing, they see me shining. That's hard work, proof of grinding. New money got me tipping in that 550. Ali, bad man, and I'm so pretty. I got that tech with me, that's my hater sprayer. Go big, grind now, nigga, play later. What can I say? I'm addicted to this paper stacking, and I don't talk about it, I just make it happen. Word on the block is that my shit go. Reach for the low.
Lock the door because we are gone.